Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Desperate Measures. All right. Hours pass. Long enough passes that you get a rest.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right.
It's been God knows how long. It's just been dark. No sign of anything.
How long does light last?
How much HP do people recover after just a rest like that?
None.
If you'd none because you've been in some sort of combat. You need like a full
Gotcha.
24 hours first.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So you're in the deep, dark cave.
Beautiful,
Two
Mr.
cure light wounds and light.
Beautiful.
You'll have to expend your darkness spell at some point then, right?
Yeah. I'll expend that on.
Probably do it like during, or as we all wake up, just like cast it.
Yeah, I would have shot it. Like I can probably see past the boulder or something. I would have just shot it down there.
You can't. First off, you can't see past the boulder. It blocks your entire viewpoint.
It doesn't
and
matter
you
where
have
you
no
cast
light.
it because we
Yeah.
can't see anything anyway.
I'll just
Yeah, it's
shoot
pure
it.
darkness anyway. But so you cast
wherever
your
you
darkness
casted
spell, you do your thing.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right. You wake up later. You're in the dark. It's still
Someone
pitch
said
black.
overlay.
I'm gonna cure light wounds my buddy. Not Jeb, not Vaughn, but Joka.
Thank you.
And I'm
Okay,
hoping
and-
for a good roll.
This will last 1 hour plus 1
Damn.
turn per level, so 70 minutes of light.
Cure light
Oh
wounds.
no, that's cure light wounds. Okay.
Sorry.
Woo! Full HP.
Nice.
Do you have another one you want to give off?
I don't think I need HP right now, do I? Or, well, I'm gonna be leading the party, I guess.
It would be wise if you,
Give it to myself.
yes.
Praise to Tempos. Fuck them.
Ray.
Did you just say fuck Tempos?
No, I did not. No.
Are you sure? I thought I heard that.
I
You
no.
said praise Tempos, and then you rolled and said
Praise
fuck.
Tempos. And I said fuck.
Okay. It wasn't praise Tempos, fuck Tempos.
No.
No, it's
Okay.
praise Tempos and then fuck. That was a bad roll. You know,
Just checking.
sometimes.
That's on me. That's not on Tempos. Tempos
Oh.
gave me the godly power to use it. I fucked up.
You seem rather selfless, Ebner. You seems like Tempos's power worked quite a bit better on someone other than yourself there.
It's alright.
Hey,
Run
Ebner.
out.
Hey, Ebner. Do you think you could yell real loud and see if that Minotaur would start coming back, and then we could drop this boulder on him and get on out of here?
Oh, yell in Aridonian. We've been sleeping up here all night waiting for your filthy ass. You coming or not?
There's no response.
What is the depth that we're at right now?
Oh, you're about there's gotta be like 15 feet of earth above you. You're not very far from the surface.
How far up is where the boulder was?
About 8 feet above you.
Guys, I think we could tunnel up.
Well, I mean, remember we entered a cave. There's probably a hill over us.
No. I feel depth. And I think we can tunnel right up into the earth.
Well, I'm not an expert miner. I'd have to listen to Mr. Vaughn over here. But I heard if you dig straight down and you fall into lava, you die. I think digging straight up has the same problems. I think
I
you got
feel like if you ever just fall into lava, you die.
Well,
Vaughn,
there's a
what do you
gem-
think? Do you think I go up?
I think going up is probably a good idea.
Can you
As a
reach up?
as a lowly gemstone miner myself, I have not recently ever had a problem with finding lava recently, but yeah.
We don't have to dig straight up. We can dig at an incline up.
I understand. I just didn't
Incline.
understand. You're playing this darkness. It's hard to see what people are pointing, and I was just thinking
Incline.
straight up. Yeah, let's
Incline
just-
would be the best way.
And I can
let's-
cast light if you need. We need to get the fuck out of here for at least a day.
I would agree. Let's go ahead and tunnel on out of here, and we know at least one other way we can now come into his place when we get done.
True facts.
I start to tunneling with my miner.
Okay. So you're gonna tunnel where?
This way upwards.
So how are you going to tunnel through the roof if you can't reach the roof?
So remember to
no,
set it in
incline.
incline.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it-
So you're just going to
Yeah.
you just want to slowly tunnel at a ramp up and out?
Yep.
Okay. You're in here. You start digging away. Well, let me see what cave-in rules are. Because I've mentioned over and over again, this place is heavily supported with wooden infrastructure to support it. And let's see what sort of roll we need to make to see if the ground is, the earth is stable, or if it's all going to come tumbling down because you have no supports.
Yeah, we do have to. Well,
You've got nothing to shore it up with.
True.
We got
That's
bodies.
true.
at some point, I probably would have told Ebner that we do have to worry about keeping supports up.
Nah, supports
Depending
each.
on how-
Well, I don't know where we're gonna get them from.
There are no supports to be found unless you take away supports from other areas, which is just as risky.
Right.
Ew.
Well, I could have an idea now.
What's your idea, Ebner?
You might laugh at me, but you see where the boulder fell down? Maybe we go shoulder to shoulder. You stand on mine, I stand on yours, etc. And we just we dig it up. How tall are you guys?
5'11".
Okay.
5'8".
All right.
6'3".
Yeah, we can make it. It's only 15 feet up. So
wait, what's happening here?
the
I
goal.
don't think we'll make it.
Well, it's
You're gonna
15 feet up before we can see the light. You're 5. He's 5. That makes 16. I know you ain't good at numbers, but I can tell you for a fact we would be at land, aka above.
But one person will be supporting all that weight. Like,
We have
Vaughn here is a strong. Vaughn here is a strong man, but I don't think he'd be able to support the several hundred pounds of all of us on top of each other.
Well,
and hold us.
I like his idea, and I think I might have a way to do this where we don't have to have such a weighty person on the bottom. Let's say we've got this boulder at the top right now tied off. Let's bring it back just a hair so it's not fitting in the hole, but it leaves a little ledge. And then from that little ledge, you can start working up at least once. That way you've only got to do like one body length really up.
16 feet or 6 feet.
Exactly. You only got to go a little bit with there.
All right. I do think very well that would be good. Then we try that.
So if we pull back the rock so it leaves a little ledge to stand on in the hole, because it has to fit all the way in the hole, so you can leave it like halfway, make a ledge, and then from the ledge you just want to go straight up. It's only another 6 feet from the top of the hole, right? That's our math. That's what this number would be.
That's the dream.
That's what your guess is,
Well,
yeah.
It's 8 feet. Yeah, my guess is 15 feet total from like the ceiling.
Yeah, 6 to 7 feet.
We're already 8 feet up, so that's 10. So yeah, it should be fine.
All right. So you dig straight up while you're. Hold on. So you bring the boulder back. You stand on the boulder. It's from the bottom of the boulder to this top of the new ceiling in this area is about 8 feet ish. So how does the dwarf?
No,
cut
I
through?
think it's gonna be Callum.
It will be
Callum.
our minor, our 6 foot.
All right. So Callum will be the pickaxer straight in the ceiling above you.
Pickaxe
what
or
happens-
shovel, whatever.
Sure. And what happens when the pickaxe or shovel will no longer reach? Like, because if he's 6 feet tall,
Yeah.
he can swing something. You could easily hit 8 feet above you, but you probably couldn't
Right.
hit 10 feet above you. You know.
Right.
So what do you
Right.
do when the ceiling is too far away? What's the plan?
Well, let's get to where we have to figure that out. So let's
Okay.
start swinging, and then we'll see if we hit land.
Yeah.
All right.
If
So
not,
you
then I'm up on his shoulders.
you pick away until Callum can no longer reach anything.
Okay.
You think you can support a lowly dwarf on your shoulders?
I think Callum drops his bag. He can put the dwarf on his shoulders. The dwarf can reach the rest.
I would only be 130 pounds.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
could do
you can
that.
carry
Well, yeah, my maximum press is 305, so yeah.
So he can even press me up, Neil.
I can even
He
do
can
that
lift you.
for a little bit.
Lifts me up, dude.
Just
All right,
like
what
cheerleaders,
is-
man. He can get the bottom of his feet and just straight up in there.
I'm 4'5".
Excellent. What is your height?
4'5".
4'5". And
I'm
Callum,
6'3".
what's your height? 6'3"
I'm 6'3".
and 4'5". You can reach. If you
falling, by the
actually press him, so then let's say your hands are at 6'8", and then the 4'5" dwarf is on top of that. That brings us to 11'1" to the dwarf's head, and then the dwarf can reach maybe another few feet above him. So you get. The dwarf begins to dig out this area, and you guys find yourself with this like small tunnel directly above the dwarf, but eventually his shovel just won't reach the ceiling anymore, and it's still above you.
All right, who's next?
And everyone's covered in earth and dirt that's like has gotten in all of your clothes. You're blanketed in soil.
Whoa. If there's a little hole, I'm back a little bit behind it, right? That whole area wasn't for the hole, right? There was our little hidey hole. I'd be sitting in the hidey hole, not letting dirt drop on me.
Well, we could use the deer stuff to like move the dirt, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, like the two of us while they're digging can be like throwing dirt over the other side.
So how far do you think we've dug so far? Can I estimate that?
Yeah. You have cleared through probably like 12 feet or so. Maybe 13 feet at the most.
Okay, we got a few more.
If you were 15 feet underground, that only means there's a few feet left, but how are you gonna...
Well, Neil, I have the answer.
Tell me about it.
I'm gonna start digging straight, like into the. Okay, so there's the above, and now I'm facing the wall, and I'm digging that way. So I'm basically gonna dig in, hoping that like above it will like cave down. Does that make sense?
I'm gonna bring you to a fresh blank page, and I
Please.
want you to make me a doodle so I understand
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
Let me doodle. Okay, so this is our current hole. I am here. And then we have Vaughn, we have the rock. And I have been digging up this way, but I can reach no further. So now I am going to start digging into like here to either hope that this caves down. So then like we would have like a platform to like go up like that.
Mhm.
Or if that doesn't happen, then now I have like another place to stand. Or even Vaughn could like manage his way up there to stand and then start digging more.
So you go up, and then you're gonna go over, and then you're gonna go up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think since he's a little bit shorter, he doesn't have to maybe get too much of a ledge in order to get himself
Sure.
up there.
And when he goes over, I know this is our 2D sketch with it rolling down, but he goes like in the other way, right? Because if you're facing it digging up, or are you going above the tunnel going down, right?
Yeah.
You're making the ledge on the big part,
Okay.
not above the tunnel, right?
Okay.
Does that make
So you
sense?
start digging over and digging over,
Doesn't matter.
and then the ground begins to crumble. And you can feel it coming down all around you.
Not too much,
Ebner and Vaughn are going to get covered as the rocks and dirt just collapse on top of you. I would like both of you to make me Constitution checks.
Oh, something I'm good at. Holy shit.
Plus 18, plus 16. All right, the rocks collapse in on you guys. You get knocked down off of your boulder as the earth piles up. You will each take 1 point of damage from falling rocks, but manage to get yourself below everything and brace yourself. And when the rocks have finally stopped moving and everything feels kind of solid, you can like move to the side and some more dirt will collapse down. And you're okay. You've each only taken one. No. Whatever has fallen down has like fallen down and blocked this area completely. You need to like retunnel this out, but maybe there's light now. Maybe.
Get the tunneling.
All right.
This is our best bet.
You guys dig yourselves out, and after maybe 45 minutes or so, you break through and you can hear the birds and the insects, and a mosquito buzzes down and flies around your face for a little bit.
I'm gonna peek out.
Sweet
Do I see
merciful
anything?
heavens.
Do I see anything if I peek my head out like a gopher?
You peek your head out, and I think there's a little moonlight. I don't know what time of year it is, or time of... Where are we here? Where's the cycle of the moon? Yeah, you see like a little bit of moonlight and starlight. It's nighttime out right now.
Do I see a tree nearby?
Yeah, there's tons of them.
I'm gonna undo the rope that's on me and I'm going to tie it to the tree and kind of like start trying to bring people up. Like people can climb up,
All
right?
right.
I could probably climb up. Yeah.
You guys
climb on up?
escape the Minotaur Maze. You are back out in the jungles once more. In the swamp, I should say, in the bayou.
I shake the dirt out of my hair like it's a L'Oreal commercial.
Perfect.
Length hair. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, boys,
We need to fucking run.
Yeah.
well, I don't know about run, but we do need to spend a night somewhere nearby. I don't know how close we are to that city to the south.
Why don't we go
Peatsburg.
visit Agatha? You said that she is a nice lady.
No.
I'd rather
I did not
not.
say she was a nice lady.
What's wrong with her?
Well, that is for the gods to find out. However, not us, and not today.
She tried to touch you?
Yes,
Yeah, she did.
he did more than try.
I'm not
licked.
talking about that incident. Thank you very much, Ebner.
Oh no.
I like go up to her. She licked his wound.
Did it heal it?
No.
I don't know if I'd say it healed or not, but
Is that what we're calling?
the bleeding.
All right. Well,
No, it was actually like a leech that had latched onto him, and it was bleeding profusely.
oh Lord.
I just turn my back on this entire conversation and I stare completely away into the distance.
That 1,000-yard stare as the flashbacks come rolling through.
All right. Well, we need to get the fuck out of here. Maybe we go to. I know it's a long shot, but north. I believe I know Misty Rapids.
I think we could probably give this
Well,
one
I
more
still would
shot.
like to get what's in this Minotaur. I think with maybe a day, we could be back to our full strength, right? And we could try again. We know which way not to go.
There can't be any more traps. True.
Oh, I wouldn't say
No.
there can't be any more, but I just say we already know about.
We
at
know the
least
route we
two-
took.
Yeah.
We could even come back here and go back down.
Yeah, we just need to wait it out a day, I think. We just need to move on down. I don't know if there's any... We've already looked in Peatsburg. I don't know if there's anything else to be gained there.
Can I look around? Does it look like the? I'll ask Jeb to look around and see if he can see like
Yeah.
the wood being dragged or whatever, because I think we saw that earlier. Was like a lot of like wood being dragged towards like the maze.
That
Or
was...
minute. That was for something else.
Oh, I was saying that's for him making like the sides of the path, right? Going into his place.
Do we see any like footsteps or anything nearby, or does it look pretty
Yeah.
barren?
No, you're kind of on the top of this hill, this mound, and as you look around, you see the other mounds kind of far away of where the Minotaur, the entrance was. You're just like on top of the maze right now. It's maybe I don't know, 300 feet, 200 feet to the front, and maybe 40 or 50 feet off to, call it 80 feet off to the back side or the left side. And maybe another 200 feet to the right. So you're kind of like on if you're facing the maze, you're in the far back left corner of the mound.
All right. I guess we could spend the night here. We dug all day.
As long as we watch the entrance, and we should hear him if he tries to get up that boulder. That won't be an easy task for him to move that, then climb up that incline and get on out here. Just
Yeah.
put that in line with the front of the cave. We should be able to watch both at the same time.
All right. I'll take a nap.
right.
I do have to cast light, though. Should I do it now or no?
I'd say do it during the day
All right.
when it won't draw any more attention to us.
Well, do you really need to cast it? Can you not just keep it?
I
Would it
keep
not-
it. I keep it.
You
Yeah,
could just
you're right.
blind the Minotaur, I guess. Same.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Can you blind a? Yeah, you can. Never mind.
Yeah, you can cast it on his eyes. It's a saving throw for him.
All right. I'm taking a nap.
All right. So where's the snap being had? Just on top of the hill?
Yeah.
All right. You guys sit down on top of the hill to rest. Who's on watch? What's the watch order?
I assume.
I think I go first, right? Is that what we've been doing?
Yeah, I forget what the order was myself.
I think I'm
Yeah.
second.
I
Second.
think I'm last. I want to say I'm last.
Okay. Well, this is good enough. I got what I need to know.
Yeah.
Jebediah,
Yeah.
I need you to make me a perception check while you're on watch.
Sure.
Not me this time.
Damn it.
Okay. So you're sitting. What are you doing while you're on watch? Because you've got hours to do this.
Mhm.
Watch is a boring thing.
I agree. Probably sitting on a log. Got my bow and arrow, or I've got my bow out. Probably like an arrow in a hand, like twirling the arrow, just kind of looking around.
Okay. Just kind of looking around.
Listening out for something.
Perfect.
Probably get up every now and then, walk around, make sure I stay awake.
So I need to make me one more perception check. Okay. So you're on watch. At one of the points where you're sitting down, twirling your arrow and holding your bow, you begin to hear this sound like something is sliding kind of behind you back in the camp. And as you look back, you see who's got a bedroll? Who sleeps on a bedroll? Does anyone sleep on a bedroll?
I've got a bedroll.
I've got one.
You do? All right. So you see Callum still sleeping down on his bed, like holding his pillow real close to him. And you see that he's like slowly, him and bedroll are like sliding down the hill slightly.
Can I tell if, very quick, can I tell if it's actually the ground moving? I feel like that'd be very evident.
It is not the ground moving. Callum,
Okay.
I'm going to need you to make me a perception check, but with only half of your perception score in it, because you're
And at
asleep.
that rate, I'll just start yelling to wake everyone up.
Sure.
How do I do that? Because
Just roll it manually and just do the math in your head.
Okay,
That'll
so that's
work too.
manually.
7,
So
19.
So minus without the 7, or
Okay.
instead of the 14, it should be 7. So subtract 7
19.
from this. 19 is a fail. So you get dragged while you're unconscious.
Yeah.
But Jeb hears the dragging.
Just starts. I immediately start shaking everyone. Hey, wake up! Something's going on! And I start running off to see what.
And as you call out, the Minotaur stands to full might, grabbing Callum's bed roll by one hand, and he switches and just grabs Callum's leg and starts running with Callum, dragging him behind him. Callum,
Can
you
I shoot
definitely wake up from this, and we should all
Yeah.
roll initiative right now.
Oh shit! All right.
This son of a bitch. How do I roll initiative again? Fuck.
I never had to spend so long.
You go to the combat tab, go down to whatever weapon, and there will be a little D20 symbol underneath.
And
it.
spell is 5?
3.
Depends on which spell you're casting.
Yeah, it depends on the
So
spell.
my intent would be to cast light on his eyes.
That has a casting time of 4, so for you it's going to be T10 plus 4.
That'd be good in 5e.
That would be great, yeah. Okay, so the
You sure it's 4
Mino...
now?
For the light spell? Yeah, there's
I'm
a
seeing
cleric and a
1.
wizard version.
Oh.
The wizard version's 1, the cleric version's 4.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. The Minotaur is gonna go at 12. So, Tom and Connor, you're the first ones up.
Perfect. I'm going to take a shot, and I assume I get back attack.
Yeah, you will get back attack as he runs, but it's dark, so I'm gonna give you -2 for the darkness.
So it just is a wash.
Yeah. Your arrow sails across the area and strikes the Minotaur in the back. Let me make sure it does damage. What's his AC? Minotaur. Yes, 14 is enough to hit him. It sinks
Perfect.
into his back for 3 points of damage. You can hear him grunt as the arrow strikes him. Callum, it's your turn, but you've been dragged away from everything else. Your axe, your sledgehammer, and your pickaxe are all way over there. You've just got your pillow and your bedroll.
I rolled initiative with my sledgehammer. Does that?
Oh, then I guess you
I
just
screwed
go
up.
before Jeb. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you have no weapons because you've been
Okay.
dragged away in your sleep.
So I'm presumably on my back, and he's got me by like the ankle,
Yep.
something like that. Okay. Is there a way that I can make a strength check to try and escape or kick?
Absolutely. Yeah. Give me a strength check to break his
Yeah.
grip with your foot.
Yeah.
And he'll oppose it with his strength check. And he doesn't roll super great. He actually rolls pretty terribly. He rolls 4 and 18 is a 22. So, yeah, you kick his hand free. It breaks his grip, and you are free, Callum. You're free.
Okay,
Man,
so
we dug up his grave and brought him all the way over here? That's crazy.
I'm gonna scramble to my feet and run for my equipment, my sledgehammer. I don't know how far has he dragged me.
Not super far. You can scramble back to your gear and grab any piece of item you want, but we'll say your action's already been taken.
Okay.
Yeah, with the escape. Perfect.
Yep.
All right. The Minotaur had a 12, so he goes next. And he bolts. The Minotaur just runs across the hill towards the entrance at full Minotaur speed, going down the hill and eventually disappearing from sight. Because, you know, the crest of the hill is such that when he's at the bottom of it, the hill's in between you and him. Yeah. And next up would be Jeb? No, not Jeb. Mr. Mouton.
I mean, I hold my spell and don't use it.
All right. And last but not least is Will.
I mechanically charge behind him. Can I catch him?
Yeah, you can start running after him. You'll run to the edge of the hill, and you'll see it drip down, and you won't see him at the bottom, but like the way he went ends up right in front of the cave entrance. And so as you catch up, you can look left and right, or forward and back. There's a little bit of moonlight illuminating the path in front of you, and he's not there. It looks like he bolted into the cave.
Does he still have our buddy by the ankle? I'm sorry, how did that
No, the buddy's good. He's escaped.
Okay, then I stop. I don't chase him into there.
Okay. So we'll slow down the combat music here. You've been woken by the Minotaur, and you shot him once in the back, but it looks like he got away this time. Back into his lair, back into the maze.
Can I go back to bed?
Well, I mean, he could try to come out again. We just got to watch for him. Maybe we put something over the hole so it's a little more obvious when he gets out of there. I don't know.
Oh, maybe we could do that.
I mean, we do have a fire, right, out here, because we are outside. We are in the woods, and we would build a fire, correct?
You didn't say we built a fire.
Yeah, we didn't.
But we should
it's
build
probably
a fire
warm
if we don't
enough.
already.
A fire, if you were all close enough, would make it so you would be able to easily see him if you were within the circle.
All
But
right,
it
let's
would
build
also
fires.
reveal your location to anything and anyone nearby.
Everything.
That's true. Well,
He already knows we're here, right? And I would guess he's the big badass of the forest.
That's a
who's
good
really
point.
going on top of the Minotaur's place?
Probably nobody lives up here, so
Probably.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's light it.
Fire, is that fine with everybody?
I light it.
And
I don't
go
want to
back
get
bed.
dragged away again.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You guys pass the rest of the night uneventfully.
Perfect.
Same spells as before.
Same spells as before? All right.
Yep.
You guys have the morning. You're all rested and awakened. I think everyone gains a point of HP. I know you guys were in like 5 seconds of fighting, but I think you've had 2 nights of sleep, so everyone can gain 1 HP.
Who needs my godly powers?
I would most greatly appreciate
for
the
you?
blessing of Tempos.
That's for you.
Wow.
Well, I certainly feel better, and I appreciate it.
This one's for me.
Is that 3 or 4 ones that we've gotten today?
I've gotten a lot of
It's
them.
4.
Great.
All right, I'm back to full. It would be good if I was rolling for initiative, but
Yeah.
It's all right. I basically accept I always go last.
it's all right. All right, how you feeling, Jib?
Well, I still feel a little cramp in my back, and my neck is still pretty sore. But other than that, I feel fine. Serviceable, one might say.
Considering you almost had a boulder absolutely crush you, I'm surprised you're not feeling worse than that. That's amazing.
Yeah, maybe a little headache too every now and then, but
All right, are we going back in to kill this son's a bitch, or
I think
so.
we need to. We need that payday.
We need it.
We do need that very badly.
No other way.
Yeah.
All right. You going back in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Maybe not. Maybe so.
Yeah.
maybe we set a trap for him tonight. He obviously didn't like us being up here too kind. He wasn't too
Oh,
kind to
maybe
us.
we start a fire up here, like campfire, and then we all wait down
He
there.
did not like us being on his territory.
True.
at all whatsoever. So maybe we set up a trap up here.
I like it.
Well, what if? Well, never mind. Yeah, that'll be fine. We should do that.
I think going into his domain is a bad idea. He's got traps, etc. He doesn't like us being on top of his house.
Well, my kind of thinking is he doesn't have to come out and fight us necessarily.
No.
I think he
I
wants.
got a good idea. I just got a good idea. Holy shit.
What?
What if we build a big fire? You know where we dug up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We throw a bunch of wood down there or something. Cut a tree, whatever. Light it on fire. We cover it up. Smoke can't come up, hopefully. Smoke got to go through the cave. We smoke them out.
That might work.
I mean,
Throw a lot of wood
It's
down
worth
there.
a try.
There's a whole bunch of wood supports in there. I mean, we could just start a fire deep in there and then just build it on the way out. So we just build a big fire and run out and let it hopefully go through the cave. Is that what you want?
I don't want to scramble on out. I just wanted to maybe throw a lot of wood down there. Maybe cut a log or whatever.
Well, I guess my thinking is we know where the top of the cave is where we dug out, correct? I don't think there's any place else that could be that tall. If at the very front of the cave, if we dug in a little ways and we started burning the timbers and support there, the front would cave in. His only exit would be through the very top where all the smoke would be coming out if the fire is still working or not. If not, his front entrance is collapsed and his only way out is through the boulder exit.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's go start a fire at the front and collapse his front.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so you go to the front of the cave where the timbers are, and you're gonna build a fire in the front of the cave, hopefully to burn the timbers that are guarding, like the that are supporting the front entrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It'll take a while to find the right dry brush and to build a big enough bonfire and gather it all.
I've got fire building and I've got my woodsman stuff if we need it.
Yeah, both of us have fire building.
Yep, this is great. You can definitely get your fire going, no problem. Let's see. What
And we
does
still have an entrance to get in and get the loot out because of my expertise, my brilliance, Tempo's brilliance, really. Going from the top to in, unparalleled, number one. That's why I keep giving 1 HP.
He is apparently the number one.
Well, you build the fire, and you notice that there's really no smoke coming out of the cave. In fact, there's like a slight draft, very slight draft, pulling air into the cave. And all the smoke seems to be blowing into the cave somewhere.
I've got no problem with that.
That's good, right?
Perfect.
We build a bigger fire then.
Yeah, just keep dumping the smoking.
All right, you guys keep dumping
instead
smoke
of just
in.
like putting wood, like I will go gather like leaves and stuff, like brush, like because that makes the most smoke. Our goal is, I guess, to smoke them out now rather than to cave it in. Yep.
And how long are you gonna smoke them out for?
All day.
All day?
Yeah.
All
We've
right.
got nothing else to do.
So it's just like everyone is constantly gathering stuff and bringing it here and gathering more stuff and bringing it back here.
We'll leave Vaughn at the top to like,
Yep.
whack-a-mole his ass when he tries to come out the top. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Can everyone in the party make me a perception check? It's a very good idea. You guys are doing great. Very proud of you.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
yeah,
all
we
of these
did.
great rolls except for Will. So good.
Except for Will.
So
Perception roll. That's a fail.
Callum, you're up at the top of this. You got your sledgehammer ready. You've got the whack-a-mole, and you're looking down in this hole. And at some point, you do see at the very bottom of the hole, well out of range of your sledgehammer, like this eye and this furry face slightly leaning out and looking up. And you can see the one eye kind of gazes on you, because if you can see him, he can see you, of course. And they're like the creature's down there, and then like moves back to the side, out of view from where you are.
Does it look like? Oh, I guess I'm not there. Never mind.
Okay.
Hey Vaughn, is any of the smoke coming out yet?
Yes, I should have mentioned there was smoke coming out of Vaughn's hole
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
over the course of the day.
I will scuttle up there then, because I assume. I mean, I'm sure that there's a raging fire out front.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he probably can't come out front anymore. So I think it'd probably be best for us now, since we can scuttle up there and get ready for him.
I think we
Yeah,
just keep feeding this fire until he comes up. I mean,
I'll actually put the deer thing over the hole, so I would hope that smoke can less pass through it. If that makes sense.
you're trying to stop the smoke from escaping, so it would continue to fill the cavern.
Yeah. Presumably.
Presumably, he's already seen me right now, right? So like, are we talking about like retroactively throwing it over the thing, or
Yeah.
am I?
No,
So
this would have
after.
to be afterwards.
It would
Yeah.
100% be
Afterwards.
afterwards.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
So you cover that back entrance with a big skin and weigh down the corners so that
I
the
have
smoke
it.
doesn't escape through.
I was gonna say we take the stakes or whatever, the wooden stakes that we got, and like stake it in.
I don't think you took those stakes, but you can make new stakes off of
we
tree
didn't take them.
branches.
Yeah, they're
we can
plugged
not
in.
a difficult thing to do.
Got it.
Cool. You,
Yeah.
you stake it down, and you'll notice almost right away at the very front, the draft stops and the smoke starts billowing back out the front of the cave. There's no longer a clear passage through, and so the smoke kind of just dissipates, and the draft stops, and the fire begins to get a little bit lower since it's not being well fed anymore, and you kind of just get like this weird, awkward, smoky fire.
I would assume
Which-
that the Minotaur would know that the draft stopped and it's already smoky enough, so maybe he will still come out the top. I'd say that maybe we like send one person out there to like move the fire a little bit closer and stoke it more. Like one person or two people down there would be fine. Do you guys?
Well, if it's not billowing out anymore, it's sucking all the oxygen out at that point, so he's gonna suffocate at some point. I don't know if we know how that works though. We know how smoking.
I'd say we assume that he would suffocate soon. There's no more wind blowing. There's no more air going in there. We know you can't breathe smoke. It'd be safe to assume he's going to need air soon.
I
At
think it's safe to
some
assume that-
point, probably, but most of the fire is being fed from the outside, where there's a steady supply of air. And mostly, like most of the fresh air is coming from the outside, right? It's not
Well, how
pulling
does the air
oxygen
get
from
in?
like. It's not going to pull oxygen from the very back of the cave to feed the flames at the front. But as the front air, which is really close to the mouth, gets eaten up and the heat brings it up, you're going to get a nice cycle in the front. But the back is going to be kind of
it should still touch on the back, right? So it should still be eating the oxygen from the back. So it should still eventually.
for a certain amount of time. Maybe if you burned this fire for like 50 years, it would kill all the oxygen side. What I'm trying to say is that
Okay.
the size of the cave is unknown, and so you're not going to be sure when it's out of air, and it's also not going to be pulling it, especially from that side. And it would only pull the air that's like really close to that area. But you can do this, and you can let it burn all night and all day. So how long? You said all day for surezies?
All day.
For sure.
Right. And then when night falls,
after just let it go all day.
Yeah. I mean, we can just hang out by the fire at the front at this point. We know he's not coming out that way. Just keep stoking it. Well, I guess we can sit at the top too, whack-a-mole, either way.
well, let's get it. How many people are at the top? How many people are at the entrance?
What time is it?
What time do you want it to be?
I want it to be kind of nighttime, and I think what we're gonna do is
Early evening.
Early evening. I'm gonna sleep, get some spells. That's my goal. Best case, I get the spells. We wake up, we keep stoking him, and then the next day will be 100%. Worst case, he comes out one of these entrances, and we're like 80% ready to fight him. I think everybody should be up at the top together. Two people maybe like overlooking the front. Two people, me and like another.
Yeah.
Vaughn will be at the whack-a-mole spot. Two people
Yeah.
up front, stuff like that.
Still within easy reach of each other.
Yes.
So just to clarify, the whack-a-mole spot is where we came out of last time, right?
Yep.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Got it. Yep.
So the day passes, and that evening, as you're making these discussions and preparations, you hear again, this time more distant and muffled, the sound of falling earth and rocks within the cave. And kind of a plume of dust and smoke blows through the fire and out the front. It looks like you've collapsed the part of the front entrance of the cave.
Smoke's got to go out somewhere, so I would assume the smoke's either in there smoking them out now, or
The
mean,
cave is collapsed like behind the fire.
yep, that could be good,
So
right? Because there's smoke
so the
already
fire
inside.
is on our side of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So the fire is not inside the cave anymore.
Correct.
No, correct.
Right.
The cave is now sealed from the fire, but there's plenty of smoke in there.
Cool.
We just wait.
How long do you wait? The whole night?
The whole night? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be sleeping.
The night passes uneventfully.
Do we get HP?
1 HP for everybody.
Excellent.
Okay. I might take a different spell, so you guys can do your thing for a bit.
Well, guys, I mean, when are we gonna go back in there? Tomorrow morning, I guess, or this morning.
I think that's what we have to do.
Well, I guess so.
I don't see another way.
All right. So the morning has come. The spells have been gained. You guys are all standing around the front area. What's the plan?
Spot.
Whack-a-mole
Undisturbed.
Whack-a-mole spot. You're all around the whack-a-mole spot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. There's a tarp over it that's been staked down. A little bit of dirt put on the edges to keep all the smoke inside.
Still.
Remove the tarp.
Yeah, remove the tarp.
All
I'd
right.
say.
Big plume of smoke just starts to billow out through it, and it's going to take a little while for smoke to clear. But you can do so.
Okay.
And after 20 minutes or so, when the smoke has cleared enough that it won't choke you, who do you send in first?
I'll go in first.
Wait, hold on. I gotta pick my spells.
Oh shit.
Okay, I know whether they're.
All right. Excellent. Who was the first one in? I'm sorry.
Vaughn.
Vaughn. All
Yep.
right, Vaughn. And you bring in some light with you?
Yeah, I've got one more torch left. It looks
Well,
like.
hold on.
What are you thinking? Yeah.
So we about to run through this motherfucker in an hour because I can cast light on him and we could speed run this.
Well,
Think we
I
could
guess
do
so.
that.
We just need to check the ground and watch for the traps. That's the only problem. Just gotta check the ground in front of us. We know where there's at least one trap. I don't know how busy
right.
he was since the last time we saw him. Hopefully he was busy choking.
Yeah.
All right, Vaughn. You're in the cave.
All right.
You come
Yeah.
on down. I guess the
Yeah.
boulder is still here. It's
Yeah, use your
positioned awkwardly.
Mm-hmm.
It's been sort of shoved off, like squeezed against one side in order to make room for Minotaur to squeeze past it.
Sure.
But here you are, in the cave.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring.
Yeah.
Can I change darkness to light? Can I bring 2 lights?
Sure.
Thank you.
Who's the next one in?
I'll go in next.
All right.
I guess I just yell up at the guy. Well, I don't yell too loud, but I sort of. I don't know if anyone can they see me or is it? 'Cause
Yeah,
this-
we should have enough
okay.
light to be able to see
Okay.
him
Yeah.
from the
I
hole.
just I signal. I signal. I sort of signal them like it's clear. You can come down.
And one at a time, you can bring them all in, it seems. All right, the party's once more in the Minotaur's Maze cave.
Does it echo a bit if you talk?
If you speak, yeah. It's a cave, so
You know what?
there'll be a
gonna-
slight echo.
I'm gonna yell in Aridonian. Come out wherever you are.
Shit.
Map, bitch.
It's quiet. It's so quiet in there.
I mean, we'll start.
Okay.
Wait, where's the boulder? Because we're going from the top, the hidey hole.
It's the boulder. Right here.
The boulder's pushed. Can we?
I
The
think we're in the
boulder's still tied up in a good spot. It's not going to come rolling down behind us. All the knots are still good.
There's all this
He's
earth that has
wrapped.
fallen in and around the boulder. It is stuck. You'd have to dig it out for it to move anywhere.
Fantastic. That's just to double
Yeah.
check on that.
It will not go unless someone actively moves it.
Okay.
All right, party ready to go?
Yep.
All right.
All right, here you are. Let's do it.
All right. I'll lead the way. I'll go down here very slowly.
I want to grab my axe by the axe head and poke in front of me with the butt end of my axe.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, you're
do-
walking downhill and you can poke. The ground seems solid. There's still a
Yeah.
little bit of smoke in here.
I'm doing
make-
the same thing with my sledgehammer.
Excellent. It might sting your eyes a little bit as you progress because of this small amount of smoke.
Sure.
Do we hear anything or no?
Just each other's breathing, footsteps, the occasional
Can we
coughing.
shoot an arrow?
I do not have another flaming arrow prepared.
All right. You think I should cast light at the end of the tunnel on maybe like a pebble? We throw it down there.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I can't see too.
Grab a nearby rock.
Yeah, you can grab a rock off of the wall.
I cast light on it.
Excellent. Light has a radius of 20 feet.
And I chuck it.
So let me get a light rock. Luminous glow within 20 feet. Equal in brightness to torchlight. Okay, perfect. So
Stay
we're
put
gonna.
until this gets thrown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where is Rocky Rock?
I'm gonna give it to Vaughn to throw because I think he can.
Oh, sure.
Throw it
Okay.
better.
Yeah. I throw it. Ooh, how do I do that arrow thing that you guys do?
You see the circle with the line through it on the left side?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
ruler.
Oh, wait, circle with a
Talking about
line
this?
through it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Top
Underneath
left.
the magnifying glass.
Yeah, underneath the magnifying glass.
Click on where you want to start and then drag where you want to go.
Ah, like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I throw it down here. I don't know how to indicate otherwise that I'm throwing it that way. Yeah.
Sure. All right, you chuck it down here. Are you you're the blue line? No, you're the light blue line. Yeah, show me your ruler.
There's my ruler.
Perfect.
Down
All
this
right, you chuck the light stone that far.
Okay, cool. All right, now I'm gonna move along with it. Ooh, oh, I'm sorry. Shit. Oh, I see how this works. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm new. All right, there you go.
Yep.
Chuck it around the next corner.
All right, I will do that.
Chuck the light.
Bang. Yeah, exactly. And we'll keep doing this.
And we're looking out for fresh laid traps or something like stuff that looks like changed or like stuff that looks like new. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah. So far, you see nothing unusual. Just the smoke that fills the area.
Okay. Let's see here.
Someone's leaving a torch behind. Whose torch is this?
Sorry
Who's
about that.
carrying the torch?
I don't
That's
know
me.
if we have a torch anymore, do we?
Yeah.
Someone lit a torch when they first went down there.
I lit it when I first
Can we
went down here.
Can we stoke it to use later?
Sure. All right, you put the torch out.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, yeah.
If
I got it.
fine,
I'll
I
just get
mean.
rid of it.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Have I ever heard about Minotaurs before? Are they generally evil? Or can they
There is a race of Minotaurs that live on an island that are. Oh, stop right there.
Whoa.
Oh,
Josh, they reset the trap.
they reset the trap, and you just walked right over it again, buddy.
Oh,
Oops, that's not the one. That's the one. You don't see the big yellow block. That's for me to see. And you walk right across the trap that you should have known was there, but totally forgot about. Give me a dexterity saving throw as you step over it, and the realization clicks in the back of your brain. Oh shit, there was a trap here a moment ago.
Can I attempt to grab him because I was next to him?
I think he was a little bit far ahead, but he catches himself. You like fall forward and grab the other end and put your legs back and like span the bridge with the spikes 6 feet below your belly.
yeah. Whew, that was a close one. I forgot that was there.
We'll go around it, I would assume, like slowly,
Yeah.
carefully.
Okay, you guys can move past it. Good dex save. I was waiting for you to be like, wait, wasn't there a trap here? Didn't we turn it diagonal so we wouldn't? Yep. Minotaur replaced that shit.
Fuck the Minotaur.
Yeah. Keep poking the ground and watching.
Tossing the thing up.
Yeah.
Tossing the stone. Bloop.
Yeah, we're poking the ground as like we walk.
Yeah.
You keep poking. Bloop.
Absolutely. Do you want me to keep saying it? Keep poking, or can I keep poking?
Yeah, like every time you come to a new area, a nice reminder would be great, because I don't want to just assume you poke everything for all time. That's
Fair enough.
It's weird. Yeah.
Poke.
Yeah.
I
Just keep
poke.
going.
I poke.
Doesn't feel like that. Bloop. Yep, you keep chucking the light stone, and it keeps rolling in front of you, and the ground is steady, and nothing looks changed. You've been here before. The path is going ever so slightly uphill after all that downhill for a little while.
Alright.
And you're in a good spot. Minotaur's nowhere to be seen. Maybe it ran away, guys. Maybe we should stop looking for traps and just run through the cave.
No, it's still.
You sure?
Yep.
Yeah,
Continue
we're gonna
poking
keep
down this
poking.
path.
I'm poking.
I'm sorry,
poke?
guys. I'm lagging super hard. My
Yeah,
roll
it's
20
laggy for me
spell.
too.
Yeah, a little.
Okay. Well,
Just remove the darkness, and it'll fix it.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Could you just throw me next to the light stone? I've literally lost my lag myself out of
I
this
will
point.
I will find you and save
Thank
you.
you.
Here you go. The party. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
Can
we
you see
poke
everything
this
now?
whole
Yeah, we're
room.
good.
Poking this whole hallway. I'm
Yep, the
poking
whole
shit
hallway
out this
seems just
ground.
like a regular, ordinary hallway that you keep tapping with.
Absolutely. Keep tapping.
Keep
Tap,
tapping.
tapping.
Tapping. Bloop, bloop. Whoops.
This was that impasse we didn't go down before. Should we go down this time, or?
Well,
How
we
does
got
it?
us.
Does it look really smoky down here? Does it look pretty?
No, at this point it's not super smoky anymore. There's a little bit of it in the air. But that, what do you call it? That flue that you created, that high point, kind of just drew all the smoke in that direction. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was the drop that we saw earlier, right? That we had you go down, Ebner?
He just looked over the edge.
But yeah.
Well, do we want? I mean, we gotta search the whole cave. We might as well. Is there any way we can make a mark so we know if the Minotaur went out the way we came in? Can we set something up real quick? That way he doesn't sneak around behind us.
Yeah, we can do that. Here, I'll take the rope that we got, or any of the rope that's left over that we got from the trap. Do we have any of that, or did we use it all on the rock?
I guess you guys still have that 100 feet that you tied amongst yourselves. No, you're still tied up? No, you've untied yourself. You tied
Yeah, we
yourselves up
definitely
last time. Okay.
Yeah.
We should have like 100 feet of rope or something.
Yeah, you got 100 feet of rope.
I've also got like other rope that is aside from the stuff we got from the trap. So yeah.
Okay. Can you just
got
set
rope.
something? Yeah. You got a plan, Jeb?
Yeah, and then I'll just like put the rope like on the ground, kind of like dig some notches in the side that are slightly less wide than the rope is, and like wedge the rope in there, probably about like 5 inches, 6 inches off the ground.
Okay. And that will make
And
the rope
so-
kind of taut across the area?
And then if something goes through there, it'll just
Actually, I
might
have,
not even trip. It doesn't even have to trip. It just has to knock the rope.
Got it.
I have in my bag. Well, actually, this used to be Callum's stuff, but I have now with me some caltrops. I don't know if a Minotaur would make noise if he steps over the caltrops.
I mean, caltrops would still hurt.
Caltrops
think
would
he's-
definitely hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. If we drop it here, if we drop them here and we hear some noise, then we know he's probably trying to come back out through this way.
Perfect.
Possibly.
Sound good? Okay.
All right. So
just
which area do you want to caltrop?
Put it like this
Yeah.
or something, so we know.
After we are on the other side.
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah. All right.
so we can hear if he's crossed any of the paths.
Okay.
All right. So while you're standing here, Callum, I'd actually like you to make me a perception check as you're standing over this pit before you.
Sure.
And by Callum, I do mean Vaughn.
Sure.
So you can look down here, and you see there are a few bones. There's some scraps of cloth. You see a couple of coins kind of scattered around on the floor. And
What sort
you
of coins?
see silver, copper, and a few gold. But you also see a few coins, like, floating in the air right over here. They're, like, 2 feet off the
right.
ground.
So I motioned to the other two guys and I go, guys, there's coins that are floating in the air.
I throw a
towards the ground.
Here, I'll throw a rock over there. Not
Yeah.
the light rock, but just a rock.
Yeah.
At the floating coins?
Yeah,
Yeah, give me a roll to hit the floating coins.
sure.
Easy peasy. Your rock sails towards the coins and stops maybe like a foot or so before it hits them and sort of like and falls to the ground. And the visual space before you distorts.
Ebner, you ever seen anything like that?
No, unless I have.
I'll start throwing more rocks over there.
The same effect. They seem to be hitting this sort of like wall that kind of like undulates as they strike it and kind of like warps the space in front of you.
I think how tall is this ledge?
About 10 feet off the ground.
Well, there's a lot of coins down here. I think this would be a.
Do I know anything about this? Ever heard about it?
Fucking space warping space?
Yeah, just figured I'd ask him since he's the only magic user in our party.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well,
I've worked my entire life in mines. I've never seen anything like that before.
This is magical. I think we should probably avoid the right side of that.
we need the coins though on the ground. Can we not get the ones that are already over
How
there?
much coins are there? Can I do a perception check to see how many like coins?
Yeah. Between us, we'll see what you roll on your perception check.
Okay.
But Vaughn scored a pretty good number. You are terrible. You can't count anything. Vaughn will tell you that there's 10 gold, 30 silver, and 50, more than 50 copper.
That much gold and silver.
Is it worth your life?
Is it worth the lives of everyone at home?
I mean, there's already the Minotaur here. Now
There's already the Minotaur, but then there's this. How about this? And I'll like just grab a handful of pebbles and just like constantly be throwing them around, see where else that kind of
Sure.
undulating space.
The pebbles and the dirt slowly begin to reveal this like vertical surface. There's a vertical surface and a horizontal surface that they stack on. As you toss them over, sometimes the rocks and the dirt just like land and float in the air about at level with your feet. And this like front side of something gets coated, and you can see there's almost like a box, like an invisible box that you're coating with dirt that the coins are within.
All of the coins?
No, just some of them. There are some coins that are scattered on the ground in these areas, but then there's a few coins that are scattered and floating
And
in
you said that some of the
invisible
rocks are
magic
just like
box.
it hit it and then it just plopped to the ground.
Yep.
Some float, some just plop to the ground.
Yeah.
What if I throw a little rock like right here? Does it plop to the ground or does it like stay above?
No, it just falls to the ground. The box, the invisible box, appears to be like in this area, like back at blocking off this wall almost.
I don't like the idea of an invisible box.
Well,
I don't know what to do.
if it's not hurting us, maybe we can look in the rest of the maze. We got to find this, if the Minotaur's alive or not. This box is a conundrum for sure, but it's not a...
Well, it continues down here, it looks like.
Yeah, I'll throw some more dirt around the rest of the area. See if there's anything else like this.
Nope, the only invisible box is over in this corner over here somewhere. And like just blocking in this alcove.
How much more of this cave is there that we haven't seen yet?
Well, there's still
Besides this.
2 more ways at the entrance that we
A
didn't
lot
find.
more.
Wow.
I would explore those areas first before we go down here. Does that sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
That's fine.
And I think I don't know if I threw the caltrops already yet, but if I did, I'd pick them up at this point because, yeah. Or wait. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. So, the Minotaur. I'm sorry. We came from this particular place, right? So we were trying to make sure that he wasn't going to double back that way, right?
Yeah, make sure he didn't somehow come the way we came
okay.
from.
Well, then I'll still commit to that then. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I'll do that.
Make sure to grab the rock.
The glowy rock. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I do that too.
All right, let's keep going then.
All
Let's
right.
keep
So
All
I
right.
toss the rock wherever we were going before.
This
Yep.
way, where I am.
Yeah.
Toss the rock over here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I couldn't see you. Sorry.
Don't forget
yeah.
to poke.
Yeah,
we're
poke-
poking.
Yep. It's a
And we're
great time
poking.
to remember to poke. Otherwise, I
Poke,
would have
poke.
assumed you'd forgotten.
Poke.
You can poke the ground in front of you, and it seems fine. It seems
poke.
fine. What are you guys worried about? It's fine.
Keep poking, poke.
It's fine until you see this caved-in section down here. Clearly some beams have been collapsed and the earth has fallen in. This is the front door that you've blocked off.
Right.
Well,
We go up or
Before we went left, so now.
let's go left again.
All right.
That's fine. You want to throw your caltrops down the other hallway, and we can know if something came from that way?
Yep.
I like that idea.
I assume that I assume that I put the caltrops down at that junction point that we were.
I thought you said you picked them up.
Yeah, I did, but then I realized that essentially our plan was to stop that route back that way.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's fine. If you don't have them, then that's cool.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's keep
there you
going.
go. Let's back that way. There you go.
I keep poking.
All right, you keep poking.
throw the rock.
You're going that way? Sorry.
We're going this way?
We're going up this way. Yeah,
Rolling
this
up.
way.
All right, we're going
Yep,
up. The
we're
rock
going
gets
up.
thrown. Chink, hits the
Poking,
back wall.
Poking.
You toss it again. It hits the other wall.
Yep.
Pokes.
Pokes all around. The rocks gets tossed. There's no more pits or holes or traps.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Toss the rock all the way through.
Woo!
Okay, we keep going, poking the whole way.
Poking the whole way. Pokey,
Yep.
pokey, pokey. Party's making progress. Exploring this area it's kind of dry. There's not very much mud over here. There's no water dripping in. We should actually have our underground sounds.
Is this a big area, small area? I can't.
You come to an intersection again.
Let's keep going up.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, you
Okay, I think
toss
there's
the
gonna be a
rock.
trap.
It's in the
There's
rock
gonna be a
and poke.
trap here soon.
Yeah, we'll stop here before we enter, and we'll look. Do you see anything untoward?
No, nothing untoward whatsoever.
Any fresh prints or anything?
Give me a
Yes.
perception check. Scour the ground.
How about
I'll ask my tracker to do it.
No,
No.
I don't see any fresh tracks.
In West Aridonia. Sorry.
Well, if you don't see it, I don't see it. All right, let's keep going. I guess I'm poking,
I appreciated that.
and I kick it up.
All right, you kick it up, and as you poke, you should stop right there because your poke hits something that gives way right where you're standing. Back up 2 squares.
I hope everybody else backs up
Yeah,
as well.
There you go. Yeah, so you poke in front of you, and all of a sudden your pokey poke like bends in the ground. You got to be back here. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
my bad.
Yeah, there we go.
Hold on. And I'll put more weight into the poke, but not like enough to like fall forward. Just like a bigger poke.
Oh yeah. The tarp rips, revealing a pit trap before you.
We'll
Well
slowly,
done, gentlemen.
slowly go to the side of it.
Yep, just kind of scoot along the edges, try and get past this one.
Yeah.
There was.
Good or doot.
This one's
What's
going to
up,
be
sir?
harder to pass because it goes all the way to the wall. I'm going to need a dex check to cross this area.
If it looks really hard to pass, can we fuck with the trap?
I mean, it's just like it's a hole that stretches to either end of the wall.
Oh, it's a hole.
So you'd
Okay.
have to be like
Is it
carefully
another
scooting.
six?
What are you gonna say, Joe?
6 foot deep one.
Yeah, 6 feet deep.
Here, let me just get down in there. I'll pull up the stakes again, so that way, if any of us falls, it's not lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That
You
sounds good.
can easily
Yeah.
climb down and knock over the stakes.
And this time, I'm gonna chuck him up out of the hole.
Sure. You get rid of the stakes. Perfect.
Yep.
The trap is disarmed. I'll put it cockeyed to show that, and you guys can pass it without any trouble.
Oh, sorry. I ran a
Awesome. We keep poking.
Yep. Poke.
Comes to a dead end.
What's to our left?
I don't know yet.
I think there's another way around.
Can I check for a trapdoor or something over here?
Yeah. Give me. It's a trapdoor check for you as a dwarf. What is your chance to detect secret doors?
4 out of 6 chance to detect sliding or shifting walls or rooms.
Yeah, there's no sliding, shifting walls or rooms over here.
Okay. All right. Do we want to go left? It looks like it's a big circle, so we should probably just go back the way we
Be
came.
careful. I bet both sides are probably trapped.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
All
You
right,
guys
Do we
go.
not want to at least look over there and double check? I mean, if we know it's there, we can just poke it, find it, then we can go around. But
Yeah, we
yeah.
can. We'll keep poking.
Let's poke it and find it, just so that way we know.
We'll poke.
Pokey. Okay.
You want to move the rock?
Okay. Trappy.
Okay, poke.
okay, cool. It's just another way around, though. We can see to the other side. It's just a big loop.
I just want to see the trap, I guess.
Trap not show up? Why
Nope.
did it not show up?
I'm in like darkness that way.
Here we go.
Can see it.
If you can move the light, I can't move the light.
I can't move the light.
God damn it. There we go. There's the trap.
Got
Okay.
it.
Perfect.
All right, we'll leave that one intact.
Okay. You guys can chuck your rock back and re-enter the other section of the maze.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep going to the right.
Right.
We're poking.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Ain't gonna be fooled again, Neil. And right here, we're gonna poke hard. Nothing.
So this is the problem with if you put a pit trap in a dungeon, then from here on, all of the players will always be like, I poke every step of the way.
But I feel like it's
I'm walking
normal.
through the castle, maybe there's a trap in the middle of the castle. I'm just gonna poke in front of me.
Hey, wait, hold on. I stopped.
Yeah. Your light goes over here. You see there is a lever built into the back end of the wall here, and in addition, there's some extra framework supporting the ceiling.
Don't pull
I
that
mean,
lever.
we gotta pull the lever.
Do not pull the lever. You should know this, Ebner.
Wait.
There's a lever in the middle of a cave. Nothing good will come from
Does it
pulling.
look? Does it look like we're going down, or is it going up?
Looks fairly level.
All right. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't fuck with the lever. We can put.
What we can do is hold the rock up to the lever, and maybe we can see the mechanisms inside.
I'll pick the rock up and like shine it up to like see if I can see anything.
It just illuminates, and this is what you see. You could throw the rock next to the lever if you'd like.
No, not this rock. Maybe another rock. Hey, Jeb, you think if we... Whoa, you old doggy, step back. Jeb, you think if we take a rock and toss it at the lever and like we're ready to like duck back over here?
I could try.
All right,
I'm
we'll
very
duck
fine.
back
With
over here.
extra framework, do you think this might be another way out? We haven't found the Minotaur yet. Do you think this might be some doorway out of here? Can anyone inspect this and maybe we can look it over and maybe ascertain what it does before we just set it off?
I don't think we'd be able to. Do you know anything about mechanisms like this? Maybe if I could get behind it and see what the rope that is clearly attached to leads to, but I've got a feeling, as you said, there's like extra shoring up on the ceiling, right?
Yeah, this whole passage, let me mark it, from like this point over and back, encompassing all of this area, is like has extra posts up all over it.
I can tell you exactly what this lever's gonna do. We're gonna pull it, and
The
it's
rocks are
gonna
gonna
be
fall.
bad. Let's just not even fuck with it.
What if it's the exit though, or the way to the Minotaur's lair?
I know for a fact it's not the exit or the way
Or
to
what we
Minotaur's
could
lair.
do
Could we
is
just-
take one of our ropes, tie it around there, come back this way, give it a good yank, and see what happens.
See, you two are reading the.
I actually do not have the chat up right now. Thank you.
What is the what's the
I
lever
didn't
made
see
out
it in
of?
there, but that's where I was going.
Is the lever just like wooden?
I have
or, like,
far
what is
more
it, just
important
a-
things to do, like listen to Indiana Jones.
The posts up top, are they wooden? All the supports?
I think so. Neil.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Is the lever made out of wood and the supports up top, were they made
Yeah.
out of wood?
The lever's made out of wood. The supports are made out of wood. Yep. Yep.
I mean, I have carpentry, but I don't think that's really going to tell me other than like, wow, those are some really good.
Can we
really
put a rope around it and
well-made
just pull it?
lever. Yeah.
Do you want to walk up to the lever and tie a rope around it?
Yeah, but I want to poke the ground and watch the ceiling as I slowly go there.
He's poking the whole
Absolutely.
way.
I'm poking the whole way.
All right, give me a perception check here.
Roll
Joker.
low.
Everyone just Joker.
Pro low. Oh, well, that's not hard to do.
Oh,
Nice.
all right.
So close.
You do your best, and you poke your way. Go ahead and move yourself as far as you want to go.
I mean, can I make a little loop around the rope? And then I want to toss it from like 10 feet out. I mean, a big loop, get it around, and then I can pull it tight from way back there.
Well, so the lever is kind of like not at a great angle. So if you get a rope around, like a big loop,
Oh, is it like on the wall?
yeah, the lever's coming out of the wall. So if you get, and it's at like a bit of an angle. So if you get the rope around it and you pull, the rope is just gonna like slide off of it. You'd need to like tighten the rope to the edge of the lever to be able to manipulate it up or down. And you kind of need to be next to it to even pull it down. Because if you're at an angle, if you're pulling from backwards, you can only pull it straight. You could never pull it
Let's just
all
leave
the
it
way
alone.
down.
Ebner, are we going up or are we going down?
Well, no, hold. Are there any of those supports around here?
He already
There's
said
a
that we're
shit ton of
about
supports,
even.
yeah.
Are there any of them close to the ground?
I mean, they're vertical columns, so they touch the ground and the ceiling.
But there's none like, oh, what am I
What
trying?
else would the lever do besides collapse it? Look at it. It's fucking rock.
Well, we can remember. We can deal with this later. This is not going anywhere. This is less confusing than the other side.
That's a great quote.
I pick up the fucking rock and throw it
All right, let's go.
this way.
All right. The rock throws. Boo!
Look at it. Look at it. It's fucking rock.
I'm not poking this route.
Oh, because you've already poked it? It's already been poked? Doesn't
So.
need to be poked again.
Yeah.
Just not.
Oh shit. Okay, we're being whisked away.
Sorry, I was whisking because I thought
No,
someone
that's
wasn't-
fine. That's fine. That's
No,
fine.
no,
I wasn't
we
paying
are.
attention.
All right, guys. Making your way through the cave. It's dirty. It's quiet. You haven't heard anything other than each other's breathing and the scraping of your own feet.
You guys mind if I yell out again at him?
See what
I
you're
don't.
gonna do?
You do you.
Well, just got to make sure you. Yeah.
Well, and I think right at this intersection, if we took our last break, that'd be a beautiful timing for me.
All right, let's take our break here, and when we come back from the break, we'll visit the last section, hopefully, of the Minotaur Maze. See you guys on the other side.
Why nobody bragging about that? Not to be demeaning, but your true calling is carpet cleaning, just to get ready for that switch. The day's coming when you're banned on Twitch, and I'm gonna be screaming, ha ha, look at that bitch. That's what I got, boys. Is that fire? Did I get pogs or did I get ha-has?